Today, the Law Commission publishes its final report on digital assets. This report takes a tripartite approach to law reform. First, by making it very clear that the common law of England and Wales is already very well placed to accommodate digital assets, and to a certain extent already has done. One of the principal conclusions is that there should be a third category of personal property rights. So until now, there have essentially been two: things in action and things in possession. And then relatively recently, we have all sorts of new forms of asset which don't particularly fit very well into either of those two categories. So digital assets are one example, but it's not the only one. We have, say, milk quotas or voluntary carbon credits, which the common law has already adapted to accommodate, as I say. But one of the other recommendations, and the second limb of the tripartite approach, is very targeted, laparoscopic, I suppose, legislative intervention. And one of those areas is very minor, narrow legislation which confirms the existence of this third category of personal property rights. Another very targeted statutory intervention that we recommend is a bespoke regime for taking security over crypto assets and crypto tokens. And then the final limb of the tripartite approach is that the government set up a panel of technical experts who can issue obviously non-binding guidance to the courts on how that technology is evolving, and therefore how best to apply existing legal principles to the technology as it evolves. So those are the three parts of the report and the report's findings. The common law is the best way of proceeding because it is flexible, it is responsive, and it will not ossify principles in a way that a very much wider statutory regime would do. But we do, as the second limb, recommend targeted legislative intervention, and then finally the panel of experts to enable the common law to stay on top of developments. So we are hugely grateful to everybody who has contributed to this project. There have been very, very many useful contributions, and we are incredibly appreciative.